Welcome to our Introduction to Microsoft Office 2016 for the Mac. For the purposes of this overview, we will be taking a visual tour of the new user interface and some of the new functions and features of the Office applications. For a more detailed hands-on workshop, we will be scheduling a series of practical learning workshops in the Mac Labs on campus. But for this introduction, we'd like you to sit back, relax, and take a look at the transition to 2016 in a before and after format. To get us accustomed to the before and after theme, here are a few general examples of before and after. Before, after, before, after, before and after, before and after, before and after. You'll notice that in most of the before and after examples there was a real and obvious improvement in the after image. In software, as in life, it doesn't always work out that way. However, in this instance, the improvements that have been made in the Microsoft Office suite are not just aesthetically pleasing, but will improve your workflow and your efficiency. Let's take a look at the difference between the old and new GUI, Graphical User Interface. Now, if you've been using the 2011 version of Word for the Mac for a number of years, it may feel like an old sweater, soft and comfortable. And you might be approaching the prospect of changing to 2016 with caution. But don't worry, the interface hasn't changed too radically. Here's before and after. You'll notice that the navigation pane down the left-hand side isn't there. The opening page has been simplified with a new series of templates, as well as a list of recently opened documents and an Open command. Here's a fresh new document in 2011. And like the old sweater that you are really comfortable with, if we take an objective look at the organization of the functions and commands, there just might be a better way to design the interface. Here's a closer look at the ribbon in Word for Mac 2011. While you may be used to this interface, many of the features and commands are not grouped or organized with much rhyme or reason. Here's a new document in 2016. For those of you who have used Office for the PC, you will notice a significant move toward unifying the two environments. For those coming directly from the Word 2011 for Mac, you'll see that the interface is cleaner and much better organized. One of the first things you will notice in all of the Office 2016 applications is that there are now two menu bars. The top menu bar is the same as it has always been. The bottom menu bar performs many of the same functions and has better alignment with Office for the PC, and allows you to easily access some new features and functions which we will explore. Let's take a closer look at the ribbon for Word 2016. Now, because I came up the ranks using Word for the PC, I like the labels at the bottom of the ribbon. By default, these are disabled on the Mac. To enable them, simply go to Word Preferences, View, and check the box Show Group Titles. The labels or titles for every functional category will be displayed under each category. Here's a new feature in Word 2016 that you may be using frequently. Many of us use styles to quickly change the text formatting of a document. Now, the selection of styles and modifying style attributes is done with a convenient style pane, keeping the interface less busy than before. Simply click on the Styles pane button in the ribbon, and a drop-down box will be presented with all the style functions grouped and organized. In this overview, we won't go into the details of navigating the Styles pane. We'll save that for the hands-on sessions coming up soon. This is the place to change, create, and utilize styles quickly and easily. The navigation pane is a great new feature in 2016. If you have been working in PowerPoint, this may look familiar to you. Just follow these simple steps to access the navigation pane. In the menu bar, click on View. Then, check the box for Navigation Pane, and the feature will be displayed on the left margin of your screen. Unlike PowerPoint, this is simply for document navigation, and there are currently no other options associated with the feature. PowerPoint users will remember that in this view you can manipulate page features by right-clicking on an item in the list of pages. It is important to note that new features are being added constantly to Office 2016 for the Mac, and we will be looking for additional features to be added to the navigation pane soon. The Quick Access feature will be familiar to PC users but is brand new for Office 2016 for the Mac. Windows users have had this feature for quite a while, but then Mom always did like them best. These are the button functions from left to right: Open File, Save File, Undo, Redo, Repeat Typing, Print, and there are a few options that are not selected by default that you might want to consider: Save As, Send Document, Spelling and Grammar, and Draw Table. At this point, you don't have the ability to customize the Quick Access toolbar as you can in the PC environment. But as I mentioned before, new features are continuously being added to Office 2016 for the Mac. The View options can be found in the lower right corner of the workspace in all Office 2016 for Mac applications. These options were formerly on the lower left of your application window. The first icon is the print layout. The page is laid out visually as it will be printed. There's Web Layout if you're creating a document designed for the web. The outline and draft views we will go into more detail with in the hands-on courses. Finally, the zoom slider is in the same position and allows you to change the view or the size of the page you were working on. The Picture Format pane is a new feature in 2016 and operates much the same as the Style pane. To access this feature, first you select the image. Then, from the menu bar, select Picture Format. At the far right of the ribbon, you now see the button for the Format pane. Engaging the Format pane organizes all the various functions that you might want to apply to a graphical image in one location. Themes. This is a feature that has been around for a long time in both the Mac and PC versions of Word. For some users, it is a quick and convenient way to establish a look or change the appearance of a document's layout, including fonts and color themes. Themes used to be found at the far right of the ribbon in 2011. Themes can be accessed from the Design tab. And now on to the user interface for Microsoft Excel. Here's a screen capture of your comfortable old sweater. And here is the new opening page for Excel 2016. As will all programs in the suite for 2016, Microsoft has reduced the number of templates available, focusing on the templates that are used the most, making it easier to separate the wheat from the chaff. In this overview, we have concentrated on Microsoft Word as the application to demonstrate many of the design changes. Most of what you have seen in terms of new workflow and organization of features and functions applies to all the applications throughout the suite. Once again, here is the before and after. Cleaner design, more organized. Here's the ribbon in the old version. Here's the ribbon in Microsoft Excel 2016 for the Mac. Some important new features in Excel for the Mac user are pivot tables. A pivot table allows you to extract the significance from a large, detailed data set. Here's a sample of a spreadsheet with numerous columns and rows. As you can see, a pivot table allows us to organize the data for key fields quickly and efficiently without leaving the workbook that we are on. We will spend some time in the hands-on sessions working with pivot tables. Slicers. They are easy-to-use filtering components that contain a set of buttons that enable you to quickly filter the data in a pivot table report, without the need to open drop-down lists to find the item that you want to filter. Again, we will be spending time getting accustomed to this new feature in the hands-on classes. In previous versions of Excel on the Mac, you could create many types of charts. In Excel 2016, Microsoft allows you to create many new types of charts to effectively display your data. A waterfall chart provides a simple visual of the running total of your financial data. A histogram automatically displays the frequencies within a distribution. A Pareto chart allows you to prioritize and address critical issues. This is a tree map chart and is great for visualizing distributions. The sunburst chart is a great way to visualize groups and hierarchies. And there are many, many new and modern chart types available in Excel for the Mac 2016. Smart Lookup is a new feature that allows you to click on a cell and the Smart Lookup pane will open. It's a research assistant at your fingertips. And here's what your Smart Lookup will return if a cell that you clicked on contained the word chair. And here's the user interface for Outlook 2016. And there are some important new features in Outlook 2016 for the Mac. And once again, before and after. I think you will find that the redesign we've been looking at is pretty consistent throughout the Office products. Out with the old ribbon. In with the new. One of the most important new features in Outlook is the improved conversation view. Let's take a look at how this works. Here's an email from Zari Marcelian. If I want to take a look at the conversation or other emails related to this email, I simply click on the two bubbles under Conversation. The sub-applications in Outlook are available from the lower left-hand corner of the application. Mail, Calendar, People, Tasks, and Notes. The calendar in Outlook 2016 now offers a standing weather forecaster. Now let's take a look at the new user interface for PowerPoint 2016 for the Mac. Before and after. Again, the templates are more refined, more up-to-date, and fewer in number. Let's take a look at the before and after images of the opening page for a blank document. The old interface. Before. The new 2016 Mac interface. After. When you compare these two images, clean is the word that comes to mind for PowerPoint 2016 for the Mac. The before ribbon looked like this. And here's the ribbon in 2016. We'll be doing a much deeper dive into the new PowerPoint in the hands-on sessions. And finally, a word or two about OneNote, which has been included in the PC version of Office Suite for quite a while, but was released for the Mac just a few months before the release of Office for the Mac 2016. OneNote is a very simple tab-driven note application. If you've used other note applications, OneNote is definitely worth taking a look into. One of my favorite features in OneNote for the Mac is the ability to create audio or voice notes. Simply go to the Insert tab, record your audio, and a file is created under the current tab. When you right-click the file, a drop-down list of additional options appears. And that's our high-level overview of Office 2016 for the Mac. Thanks for taking time to join us for this introduction. Please keep an eye open for announcements in Tech Bites, our weekly newsletter, about upcoming hands-on training for Office 2016 for the Mac in one of the Mac labs on campus. Thanks for watching.